Inside Out. We have a great show for us today. This is the very first show of the fall 2013 semester. I'm your host, Jamie Council.
And I'm your other host, Mariah Zaback. Like Jamie said, we have some really fun stuff happening for you guys tonight. We have a bunch of new faces behind the desks and interviews, and Jamie actually has an interview with Brianna Benson later about homecoming. This week is homecoming voting, and next week there's some fun stuff going on.
There's a ton of stuff with homecoming, so we'll get into that later, and I know you also have an interview later today too. And then actually kicking off homecoming, Switchfoot's coming to town. That's really interesting. Students can get tickets for $10 on that. And other musicians are coming to the area for homecoming. I think our very own Brigitte has more about that.
I do, thanks, Jamie. Teddy Geiger returns to the forefront of the independent American music scene with this new album, The Last Fears. The New York-based singer, songwriter, and producer Teddy Geiger is on tour promoting his sophomore album. Minot State University will be among a list of stops on his schedule. This self-produced album blends traditional pop structure with accents of electronica and ballads. Geiger's much-anticipated album will be performed live on Wednesday, September 25th on the Minot State University campus. For more information, go online to teddygeiger.com. The MSU Notstock Art Department continues to evolve year after year. Mariah Zaback hears from advisors, artists, and students about the 2013 event.
Local, regional, and national talent are joining the Minot State University campus for the 8th annual Notstock. This year's event provides a series of concerts, workshops, and exhibits to students and members of the public. This multi-day event engages the campus and community with opportunities for hands-on interaction and participation in the arts.
We're excited about opening up the university doors and inviting people to experience the arts and see what we do here.
Starting with a single artist working live in the Beaver Dam 8 years ago, this art festival is continuing to transform into a celebration of art, music, and words.
My name is Jasmine Wolf. I'm from Minot. I'm going to play you a few songs I wrote. Oh, I'm too shy, come talk to me.
Notstock helps people make the connection between art and everyday life.
Even if you hate art and you don't understand it and you don't like it, you can come here, you can make a t-shirt, which makes sense to a lot of people, and they can make it themselves, so they actually are being the artist.
This is a year of many firsts, including a poetry slam, several workshops, and the first ever live podcast from Adventures in Design. Contacts with artists and talent are being developed with the growth and prestige of Notstock.
And it has a flawless reputation. You know, anybody else we know that's been here, they're all like, you're gonna have a great time, the people are really nice, like, just get used to being around really nice people for 3 days, and so far it's completely lived up to its reputation.
Students, faculty, and artists work hard to maintain that reputation year after year. MSU students develop the skills they need to plan a successful event, as well as let out their inner artist.
It really puts our art students on steroids because they work with pros for a few days. They make connections, they get inspired, they're more enthusiastic about trying new things.
The planning of Notstock 2014 is already in process. Next year's festival promises to bring even more attractions. Reporting for MSU Inside Out, I'm Mariah Zaback.
To find out more information about Notstock, you can visit the MSU website or contact Bill Harbort of the MSU Art Department. And in fact, we have him live here right now with Mariah Zaback, so take it away, Mariah.
Yes, we do. We have some awesome guests here with us today. Thank you so much for being with us. I have with me Bill Harbort, a professor here at Minot State, and also a co-coordinator of Notstock, and I also have Laurie Geller, who is our honors director and a math teacher. Is that correct? Yes. Alrighty. Well, you guys have been involved since day one. Can you tell me a little bit about what Notstock is?
Okay. It started out basically as a one-day event, and it's evolved into a multi-day event that is essentially a celebration of the arts that's very participatory and gets students and community members and faculty and anyone who wants to participate involved. So.
Alrighty. Well, how did you guys come up with the idea of Notstock? Like, did you have some sort of inspiration, or what gave you the big, hey, we should do this?
I think it was somewhat by accident. We had a guest 7 years ago by the name of Jay Ryan, and we had him screen printing live in the beaver dam. So we put tarps down on the floor so everything would stay tidy, and this character, Jay Ryan, this wonderful artist, was really engaging and had students pulling squeegees and making posters, and we said, wow, that was really cool, that works. Let's build this event around kind of participation, and it's since grown in that way.
Well, how do you guys keep continuing to grow? How do you get talent to come, want to be a part of Notstock, want to be a part of this awesome event that we have here?
Well, I think like you said, we've started with just Jay, and we've expanded it to include ceramics, to include English for the word stock part, as well as, we've had theater involved and foreign language and music. And I think part of it's just treating our guests well and having a really good event the years before, so people want to come back, and we ask them who we should bring. And
do you guys have any, I don't know if I have my facts straight, but I heard you guys pretty much start planning for the next Notstock 2 weeks after the first Notstock that happened. So you guys are just already rearing and ready to go for next year. So do you guys have any people that you would like to come in or you'd like to see in the future? Have you contacted anybody? What can we look forward to?
We're assembling a list and picking out dates for next year, and just quite frankly just getting over last week and
catching up on grading
getting clear-headed, and then we'll meet in about 2 weeks. 62 Doors Gallery and Studios that plays a part in Notstock and delivering kind of do-it-yourself sessions in the Beaver Dam for a few days. They host this planning party for us every year. So I'll have this kind of planning get-together, and we'll sort of recap what happened this year, how we could make it better, and then again, propose some dates and guests and start from there.
Wow, that's pretty incredible, actually. Just it starts out with one screen printer, and now you have pot stock, word stock. Can you tell me a little bit about the cool events that we had this year that were different in maybe past years?
Yeah, I think foreign language was really interested in participating. So JF had a workshop that people could come learn more about, like hieroglyphics and Russian and different types of languages. So it kept it kind of artistic in a way. Theater was involved again for the second time this year, and then we got music really involved this year with the Portland Cello Project concert, and then so they held a concert to kick off the entire event, and then they actually came in and worked with music students, which is something we haven't had before. We've had music, but not quite in that way.
So you guys, how do you get the community involved in this? So it started out, you were walking by and we're like, oh, hey, that's cool. There's some screen printers there. We can go learn about art. And now it's open to the public. It's multiple days. How do you get all these people from the community to come to know what Notstock is?
I think part of it is just being regular, showing up every fall, making it a good event for the community, for students at Minot State, for our guests, for the high school students that come in and visit, just about anybody that comes to Notstock. We're going to be sure they have a good time, and that just about guarantees you repeat people the next year and the following year and the following year. So.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for all that insight. I know I went this year and I had a really good time. I knew it was a huge, even from last year, it got even cooler. We had the podcast guys come into our class and come talk to us. So you guys funding for that, you get sponsors. I know we're KMSU, we're a sponsor for Notstock. And with us today, thank you guys, by the way, for being here, but with us today we have a KMSU manager. Kyler, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to you, talking to Aundrey Livingston.
Thanks, guys. I'm here today with Aundrey Livingston. Aundrey is a junior at Minot State, and he is also a KMSU manager. So, Aundrey, why don't you tell us a little bit about the KMSU managers?
Hey, yeah, I'm a junior on campus. Minot State, this is my third year. And over the summer, I was introduced and selected to be a KMSU manager, and which is, You just help out around the broadcasting department. And the broadcasting department is a really great department to be in. Everybody knows each other. It's like one big family. Well, there's 6 of us that were chosen, and I was one of the 6. I'm actually the music manager, so I provide music for tailgating or special events we got going on around campus. Or we even have our own radio show where the freshmen, they have radio activities, and they play music, and it's like their own little radio show. So it's really fun, and it's responsibility, and it's great for just the whole broadcasting department. It's really cool. It's really fun.
Yeah, it does sound like a blast. I know that you guys always have your meetings. I see you walking up and down the halls together. What exactly goes on during those meetings?
During the meetings, we just discuss about how we can improve the broadcasting department, how we can improve different things that are going on all around us, all around the campus, just to get our name and be really friendly towards the community. Just get out there and just show the community, show Minot and just the different people around campus, that the broadcasting department is a really great department to be a part of. And as a manager, it's really cool because you put a lot of work into it, and then if certain events come up as far as tailgating, we have homecoming next week, when certain events really come out really well, it's really great to see all your work really progress and just to see what you actually done.
Yeah, I love your enthusiasm, actually. So you're talking about events. I know that community block party is coming up. Are you doing the music for that, or?
Yeah, the community block party is this Saturday, and there'll be music and games, a dunking booth. We have really cool pop pong tables, and it's just really great. It's just going to be a really great atmosphere. Celebrating 100 years, so it's just going to be a huge celebration. It's going to be real fun.
Yeah, the 100-year mark is pretty important about the whole university. So are you gonna be going to the football game next week? You guys doing the tailgating there then too?
Yep, we have tailgating next week. I believe it starts around 11, somewhere around then, and free food, great music. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully it'll be homecoming. And we have a really cool idea for homecoming. Since it's the 100-year mark, we're gonna fast forward to the next 100 years, so it's going to be futuristic Minot State Broadcasting Department. So I might be a robot. You might see some different really cool ideas out there, and that's what the broadcasting department is, just really fun, real cool involvement, and we have great students, great minds, and great advisors just helping us out throughout the broadcasting department. It's really fun.
Okay, yeah. So if someone wants to get in contact with you or find you and talked about you doing the music of an event or something, where can they find you? What are your hours?
They can find me on the office hours right in the broadcasting department, and even online. All the broadcasting managers are online. So yeah, it's really good. You can find me on there.
Okay, so where's your office located?
Office is located in Harbort Hall in room 129.
Okay. All right. Thanks again for joining us today, Aundrey. Aundrey, once again, is KMSU Manager, and he is open. His office hours are open Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1 to 3 in Hartnett Hall in room 139. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Kyler, and thanks a lot, Aundrey. I know I've had a really, really fun time working with him this year. Jamie and I are both also KMSU managers, and he is so much fun to work with.
Yeah, it's kind of Kyler's the black sheep in this situation. We're all managers here. But yeah, it's kind of great to get everybody involved in the show because it's only one part of it. But speaking of the show, we still have a bunch coming up, so stay tuned. We have my interview with Brianna Benson talking a little bit about the festivities next week. And then we have Jesse talking a little bit of hockey to start with, and then other sports around campus that everybody's buzzing about. And the weather's kind of gotten a little bit cooler, so Chris will give us more insights on that coming up.
Thank you to
We're back here on MSU Inside Out. I'm Jamie once again, and joining me today is Brianna Benson. She's a junior SGA representative who's been working on homecoming for the past probably a really long time. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
So how's planning homecoming been? I bet you just have a million things going on right now.
We do. We have tons of entertainers coming in. We have tons of free food events. It's been busy planning it. We've started about last April.
Oh, wow.
We went to a conference to book our artists, like Teddy Geiger that they talked about before. We're really excited. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, but it's going to pay off here in the next week. So.
Yeah, and then I noticed you keep on saying she's going along with Callie Cook, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, just make sure I have my information right. Yeah. And I mean, there's, like you said, just an unbelievable amount of stuff going on. That was bad English there. But where can everybody find out about this information? Just 'cause, I mean, you can list things, but I mean, it's just too much to even remember. I mean, at least for me.
Yeah, it's in a lot of places. It's on the Minot State calendar, so that's on the homepage. Lots of people forget to check that. But it's there. There's posters up. We're going to have Facebook events on there. And the MSU Life page on Facebook will promote all of them. So pretty much everywhere around campus.
Okay, so students or anybody should like MSU Life, right?
MSU Life, yeah.
MSU Life, and get invited to that. I know Ward always is inviting me to events. It blows up my Facebook page, makes me feel wanted. What is the theme of homecoming this year?
Homecoming theme is Then, Now, Always. So we're really excited about that. It just kind of highlights, where we've been as a university, where we are now, and where we hope to go in the future.
So kind of going along with the whole centennial thing, which goes directly into it. And you said then, now, always. So I noticed your sweatshirt says that.
That's gorgeous.
And I feel like I've seen that on a lot of things. So you guys are selling them next week, I believe. But what all do you guys have available for purchase?
We have T-shirts, we have coolers, we have can koozies. We got some aviator sunglasses this year. They're pretty awesome. We have some snapback mesh hats with like a racing stripe. There's just tons of cool stuff.
Wow. Are those available to like view online or buy online, or is it just going to be through SGA?
It's just going to be through SGA. We will have tables set up next week. Either we're thinking inside because there's lots of bees on campus, but stay tuned for where it's at. But we're going to be selling them all week next week. So 11 to 2.
Okay, and so I might have to check out those snapbacks just to put that one in the back of my brain. And so I know like there's tons of events like Switchfoot, there's a comedian, there's the parade, there's this, there's that. What event are you most looking forward to? So I mean, you've kind of seen it all, so you would know.
Can I just say homecoming? I'm most excited for homecoming in general.
That actually, yeah, because that is an event that's just more of like the feeling and everything that goes with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if I have to decide, I'm going to say I'm really excited for the Home Free concert on Tuesday night because that's also my birthday. So it's an a cappella group and they're going to be fantastic.
Is that the same one from last year?
No, but they are just as talented and just as funny, so it's going to be a great show.
Okay, yeah, because I remember I completely missed out on the one last year, so I kind of wish I'd gone to that, but I'll have to check out the one this year.
Definitely.
And so yeah, that stuff is all next week, and then also voting takes place this week. Free food all week. All week. Students love free food, but thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
No problem. And also a part of homecoming, there's a football game, and then there's soccer games all next time. So here a little bit to tell us a little bit more about sports, maybe in the past, is Jesse. What do you have for me today?
Well, Jamie, we get a good look at our defending national championship hockey team, and there's a lot of other sports that are in the heart of their seasons. So let's get started. The Minot State hockey team hosts their season opener this weekend. Jamie Council visits preseason training camp and shows us what to expect this upcoming season.
The boys are back in town and on the ice for the Beaver Hockey Training Camp. For the past 3 days, returners, recruits, and walk-ons have all been here at the Mesa Arena.
We do have some big losses and big holes we have to fill, but eventually they're going to get filled, and I think that the guys he brought in are just capable of filling those holes, and we're going to be just as deep. Maybe, in my eyes, maybe we got a little bit more scoring talent a little up front this year, so a couple of the big guys can really put the puck in net, looks like.
For an hour I could probably skate laps around the ice if I wanted to, but the minute you have to lean on someone and battle and there's hitting and, take someone hard to the net and stuff like that, just getting adjusted into that stuff, again, is always takes a few skates.
we really see a lot of that competitive edge. And, for the first, usually about half to 45 minutes of the actual session is pretty good. Then obviously towards the end, the kind of guys are not in game shape yet, which we'll work on. But the potential is there. There's a lot of boys that are competing for different areas on the ice, and ultimately it's going to make it even more exciting to see who fits into what role and how it ends up being for our program going forward.
The defending national champions take on Briarcrest College this Friday and Saturday at the Mesa Arena. The puck drops at 7:30 both days. Now this weekend, the Minot State University football team heads south to play Southwest Minnesota State, where they will play the Mustangs on Friday night at 6 p.m. Now the Beavers come into the game riding the momentum of their first win of the season. In their first home game of the year, the Beavers edged out Augustana College 23-17 in triple overtime. On the final play of the game, quarterback Zach Kuna went deep to the right sideline where the ball was tipped by the defender and landed in the hands of receiver Wayne Peters, who was lying on his back. Now the Beavers are 1-1, and a win would put them above 500 for the first time since they entered the Northern Sun Conference. Now on to other action this weekend. The Minot State women's soccer team also heads to Southwest Minnesota State, where they will play on Saturday. Then they go to University of Sioux Falls, where that game will be played on Sunday. And the Minot State women's volleyball team is in action tonight when they host Minnesota State University Moorhead, and that game is over in the Dome. Then they head to South Dakota, where they will play Northern State University on Saturday. Now finally, both the men's and women's golf teams are in action this weekend. The men head to St. Cloud, Minnesota, and the women go to Marshall, Minnesota, where both teams will be seeing tough competition from other teams in the Northern Sun. Now, Jamie, like I said, there's a lot going on, and a lot of teams are on the road, but like I said, the volleyball team is at home tonight, so that'd be fun to check out.
Awesome, thanks, Jesse. And then I know Jesse's part of the golf team, so, got to give a little shout out to his team because I know he's on the road and misses it a lot. So I hope when they're out there, it's not going to be too cold. It's been cooling down lately a little bit.
I know, I heard that Tuesday or Wednesday was the last day that we were going to be in 80 degrees. But
oh, really?
I mean, I guess I'm not the person to tell you really what the weather is going to be like. We have a wonderful new guy, Chris Capp, here with us today. He is our new weatherman. Chris, how are you doing? Are you ready to tell us about the weather?
Absolutely. It's going to be, as you say, it's not going to be 80 anymore, but we are going to still have some nice temperatures with all the things going on here. In fact, let's go check it out now. All right, so what we have coming up here is 55 degrees. Oh, there we go. All right. No. Here we go. Okay, 55 degrees. It's going to feel a lot like 50, but there's not much of a difference there. Wind is going to be about 25 miles an hour tonight. Humidity around 77, and sunrise was around 7:30 this morning, and should be sunset soon tonight as well. Yeah, it's also tonight as it continues on. It's going to be a nicer night compared to what it has been. Fargo is going to be around 65 and the Grand Forks on the mid-60s. Then we're going to be slowly getting cooler as we go further east, or west, with Williston, as you can see here. Yep, there we are. So yeah, around 48, 50s on the Williston and Dickinson area. And then tomorrow, a lot of events are going to be starting to come up as we've been talking about this whole show. But in Williston, we're going to have some of those 66 lower, 41 tomorrow. And then also as we move further west, we have Grand Forks around 58 and 49 is a low. So not too much of a temperature difference. And it's going to be a comfortable night tomorrow night. It's going to be very nice. Again, 48 degrees, 50 degrees. You can't beat that for a night right now. And as well as we're going to have Williston, Minot around 50. That's going to be good as well. I'm sure a lot of you have some things that you're going to do. Saturday, we have block party. We have, there's concerts going on over the Scandinavian Center. So 71 degrees, 39 degrees is a low in the morning, but that's going to be fine overall. I think most of you will be comfortable with that. Bismarck 73, Williston, we're going to have a little bit more clouds on the western side. And Saturday will be pretty nice again. That'll be good. Nothing to worry about overall. And the extended forecast, Monday we're going to have 73. We're going to stay around the mid-70s and lower 50s next week. So nothing too much to worry about overall.
That's good. Yeah, I hear if there is bad weather on Saturday, the block party is going to be taking place in the Dome, but from the looks of it, looks like we won't have to worry about that. Thanks, Chris.
No, Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the block party. It's going to be this weekend from 12 to 4, so that is
right
super
out in front of Old Main.
Yep, right on the Minot State University campus, open to the public. It's free. There's going to be lots of fun stuff going on. We're going to close tonight with the Song of the Week.
And what exactly is a Song of the Week? We've always had it.
See, we're KMSU Channel 19. We play music every day, 24/7 on this channel, and this is our Song of the Week, Avicii, Wake Me Up.
Thanks for joining us. See you guys next week.
Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too